my name is Anne, and I promised Louise to make a video about the saddle that I use, and I would like to explain you a little bit about why I'm using it and what I think is the good things about it. Well, like normal, I just use like a pad, and then you can see the saddle is like this, and it's made of lamp wool, and they're like these supporting things for the legs, so you sit a little bit more comfortable. On the back there's also like this lamp wool piece, and it's quite thick, as you can see, but it's also very flexible, so you can do whatever you want with it, like that and that and that. I use, when I ride with these, which I almost do on all the horses, I also ride in saddles, but not every day, because then I can always check if the saddle fits or not, because when I know the horse and I know the feeling in this saddle and I change into a real saddle, I feel if there's any difference, or if the horse starts to be like stubborn in one side, or if it's just the same. So for me it's the perfect tool. When you use a saddle this soft, you can see here there's a room for stirrups that could be placed here, and I use that too. But because I use the stirrups and I don't want the horse to be squeezed by that, I use an extra rock underneath. And the one that I found out worked for me is this one with like extra padding, and now this is worn out, so I'm sorry that it's this old, but yeah. But that's just, you know, this side and this side, and it's quite thick and it takes pressure a lot. So I put on a normal pad, and then I put on this pad, and this one is actually constructed so it can be fixed on the lamp wool saddle. And then I put on the lamp wool saddle, and then this go into this like that, and the same in the back like that. And I think you're familiar with this horse, is Libelle, and I'm very happy about her. And then it's just like normal, and then you just go ride like normal. The good thing about this saddle is that you can feel all the tension from the horse. So if the horse like makes a tension in the back, you can feel it one to one. You can also feel if the tension is here or here or here or wherever it is, and that's a very good thing for me, I think, because then it's more easy for me to correct the horse without the horse having tensions underneath the saddle that I don't know about. The other thing that makes this saddle very good is that I break in a lot of horses, and when I do that, I also want the horse to be comfortable underneath me, and that's more, again, that's more easy for me to reckon when I have this soft saddle on. If you should talk about if there are like any what's that called, stupid things or things that's not so good about this saddle, then you could say it doesn't support the rider that much. So you really have to be steady in your seat, you have to have a good balance, you have to be able to balance yourself without holding the rein, and without a big supportive saddle around you. And I can see that when I have clients here, for example, for tryouts on horses. Now I put on the saddle when the client comes, because I have experienced that most clients don't really know how to keep their own balance on a horse, and therefore it's difficult for them to sit in a saddle like this. But if you train it, and if you have like the good balance and you stay fit, then it's for me it's the best tool ever. And feel free to ask questions if you have any kind of questions. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.